In the winter of 1944, the Ardennes forest lies silent under snow, its peace a fragile illusion. Beneath the stillness, two armies clash, their destinies entwined in the frozen woods. For American soldiers, survival is a daily test. Cold, hunger, and the ever-present threat of the German Panther tank. The Panther, a steel predator, dominates the battlefield, its armour nearly impenetrable. Young men far from home must adapt or perish. In this harsh world, ingenuity becomes the greatest weapon. Among these soldiers, one will challenge the odds, not with brute force, but with cleverness. This is the story of a single mind, determined to change the rules of war. In the frozen forest, survival belongs to those who dare to innovate. Sergeant James Robert Caldwell, an Oklahoma farm boy, finds himself in the heart of the Ardennes. Raised fixing stubborn engines, Caldwell knows machines and how to make them work when all else fails. He commands an M10 tank destroyer, fast but lightly armoured, its open turret exposing the crew to the elements and enemy fire. Against the German Panther, the M10 is outmatched. Its shells bounce off the Panther's sloped armour. The Americans become the hunted, their confidence shaken. Caldwell sees the problem. Their weapons aren't enough. But where others see defeat, he sees a challenge, one that calls for a mechanic's ingenuity. In the bitter cold, Caldwell's mind turns to the lessons of the farm. When a tool fails, you make a better one. The seeds of a daring idea begin to take root. Sometimes survival means breaking the rules. Caldwell watches as standard shells fail against the Panther's armour. He recalls the hard steel used for farm tools, tough enough to cut metal. What if a shell could be made from that same steel, able to pierce the Panther's hide? Modifying ammunition is forbidden, but Caldwell knows the risk of doing nothing is greater. He confides in his loader. Together they plot in secret. They need tool steel, a workshop, and a way to machine a new kind of shell. The plan is dangerous, but desperation fuels their resolve. They work at night, away from prying eyes, driven by the hope of turning the tide. For Caldwell, adaptation is survival. The line between innovation and insubordination blurs in the shadow of war. A trip to a rear area repair depot gives Caldwell his chance. Amidst the chaos, he and his loader find high-carbon tool steel, perfect for their experiment. Late at night, they machine the steel into a projectile, fitting it inside a standard shell casing. The design is simple. A hard steel core to punch through armour, hidden within a regular shell. After nights of secret work, they produce a handful of special rounds. The risk is enormous. One mistake could be fatal. But hope outweighs fear. Their invention is ready, its true test waiting on the battlefield. In their hands, a farm boy's gamble becomes a weapon of war. The test comes quickly. A Panther threatens a field hospital, its gun tearing through the snow and trees. Caldwell's unit is ordered to retreat, but he refuses to abandon the wounded. He maneuvers his M10 into position, risking everything for a single shot. "Load the special," he commands. The loader rams the homemade shell into the breech. Caldwell aims for the Panther's weak spot and fires. The shell strikes with a dull thud, then smoke, fire, and the Panther is silenced. Against all odds, the farm boy's invention works. One shot saves dozens of lives. Ingenuity, not firepower, wins the day. In the frozen forest, the rules have changed. News of Caldwell's success spreads fast. Other crews seek out his secret, and soon M10s across the sector are armed with tool steel shells. The balance shifts. American tank destroyers hunt Panthers with new confidence. Caldwell's innovation helps blunt the German advance, saving countless lives. When the war ends, he returns to Oklahoma, his story largely unknown. He resumes his quiet life, never seeking recognition. His legacy is not medals, but the lives he saved and the lesson he left behind. In war, as in life, it is the adaptable and inventive who endure. The farm boy's quiet ingenuity becomes a lasting testament to the power of the human spirit.